According to Chris Emma, Khalil Mack could be eyeing a return to the Chicago Bears. Also, we got rumors that the Chicago Bears are prepared to target Josh Sweat to be their next defensive end. Every other thing falls apart. We'll get into all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it for today, y'all. According to 670 of the scores, Chris Emma, he says this: sources believe Mack has interest in a return to Chicago, where he played from 2018 to 2011. Mack isn't interested in the spotlight, but the vision would be for him to be a complementary piece of the defense, not the star. Now, the reason why I feel like that is something, a conversation worth talking about, is that if Khalil Mack is willing to come here and basically say, keep in mind, I think people forget this, right? That just a couple of months ago, there was talk that Khalil Mack thought that his future in football could be over with, right? So if this is to be true, right, and Mack is interested in the vision that the team has, not necessarily being the star, it could mean that you could get Khalil Mack for much cheaper than initially expected. Now, that's a lot of speculation and what ifs, right? And I think it comes down to what is the cost to bring in Khalil Mack, because I think there is a conversation to be made somewhere in there that possibly Khalil Mack on a team-friendly deal could be more valuable for 2 seasons than the investment that you would have to make for Josh Sweat. Now, the reason why I say that is this, right? I want to be clear here. Josh Sweat is the better player. I'm not making the conversation that Khalil Mack is currently right now better than Josh Sweat, but the conversation that I'm making is this: these are a lot of ifs. If Khalil Mack truly is ready to take a team-friendly deal, because Josh Sweat is going to take upwards of $18 and maybe even more $1 million per year. If you're able to focus most of your salary, the player, name your guard there, right? If you could focus most of your free agent money on getting those 2 guys and bringing in a Khalil Mack, there's a conversation to be had that's more valuable than getting a Dahlman and a Josh Sweat and then having to go out and getting a cheaper option on your offensive line as well as 2 rookies. There's a conversation to be made with that, right? That's just what I'm saying in there. But it's a lot of ifs, right? There's a lot of ifs because we don't know. I'm not in the rooms. I haven't talked to Khalil Mack. You don't know. But if you're looking at both players at just the baseline level of who's the better player right now, Josh Sweat's the better player. But unfortunately, there is a salary cap to where you can only sign so many of those guys that have between $18 and $20 million contracts. So it really comes down to where the Bears want to invest money versus where they want to invest draft capital, right? And so if they want to invest more money in younger offensive linemen that are at a position of desperate need, then if you can do that plus adding Khalil Mack, that's a little bit better when it comes down to it, right? A little bit better when it comes down to it. Listen, I told y'all before, come in here with that claws up, bear down bullshit. I will block. I'm not going to block you for it. I'm just being silly. But that's the stupidest thing. We're not doing no fucking claws up, bear down. You new Bears fans need to stop the bullshit. It's bear down. You don't need to put nothing in front of it. No fucking claws up. What the fuck is this? Is this a Tyler? That sounds like a Tyler Perry show. Claws up, bears down, and y'all know if it's a Tyler. Never mind. I'm going to stop there. Anyway. So Khalil Mack being interested in a return to Chicago and it not being to be the star of the defense is more so to help bring together the vision that this team is trying to get together. I like that. Now, if it's just all things even, if Khalil Mack still wants, I would even say if Khalil Mack even wants 12, 13 million, I'd rather give 18 million to Josh Sweat personally, right? So That's just my personal opinion on it. I do think, like I said, it's worth a conversation. It's worth to look into to see what you can get there. But I think ultimately you just got to make sure that you're playing it right, right? You got to make sure that you're out there getting the right thing done. And we'll see what happens with Khalil Mack, man. Overall, I've really my initial thought process on Khalil Mack coming back to the Chicago Bears was more negative, mainly because of the money that it would take, right? But with this recent kind of talk around Khalil Mack and him maybe coming for a little bit cheaper, I don't know about that. I don't, you know, it makes it just gives a little bit of a different perspective when it all comes down to it, right? Um, but yeah, so that's what it comes down to. As far as the Josh Sweat, though, right? So we did also hear from Adam Hogue, who did say this. One name I've heard quite a bit is when it comes to edge rusher position. Eagles defensive end Josh Sweat, who had a massive Super Bowl, he could command somewhere between 18 and 20 million a year. Another player who will bring up in that range, if not higher, Khalil Mack, who turned 34 last week. While significantly older, Mack may be the safer option because you may be able to get him on a 2-year deal that's really a 1-year deal. So, you know, that's what it takes. And that's what we'll see what it comes down to. Like, I'll say this. The Bears can't necessarily go wrong with either of these two options. If you're bringing in Khalil Mack, it could be that there's some faith in Austin Booker turning into that long-term defensive end to go on the other side, a starter there, right? And so if you're signing Khalil Mack on a 2-year deal, I'm not mad at that. If you sign Josh Sweat, you want him for a longer-term thing, and we'll see what happens there. Listen, see, y'all pulling my card. I'm putting everybody in timeout. Everybody that goes to that effing bull crap. That claws up bull, I'm putting you in time. I did just put old boy in timeout, but I'm being silly. He'll be back here in a second. I hate that saying. I hate you sassy Bears fans. Claws up, bear down. Claws up, claws up. What the fuck is that bullshit? I hate that Romo Dunze and fucking Caleb Williams ever took that goddamn picture. Claws up. The fuck? Let me see you motherfuckers walking around Soldier Field, Thomas. Man, I'll smack every one of you motherfuckers. Claws up. The fuck? The fuck is that? Anyway, so it just comes down to where the Bears really want to focus their money. How long term do they want that money to be? That's what it comes down to. And we'll see what the future holds. But I think if the Bears are able to bring in either one of these guys, it helps shores up a lot of what we want on the defensive end. It really helps. It really helps. It really helps Montez Sweat hopefully be a lot more impactful. I'll say that one thing that one thing that I think we're starting to see as well, that for the Bears fans that were hoping that Chase Young was going to be the signing there. From what we've heard, it seems like Chase Young really is not on the Chicago Bears radar on that defensive end position. Now, that could change depending on where other players end up signing and how the market ends up going. But, you know, we'll see what happens down to that overall. But so it seems like the Bears are in a really good position to add a quality tight end. And that's what matters the most. Claws up. Bitch, fucking claws up. I hate you new niggas. I really do. I hate you new Bears fans all day long. First of all, we had the guy about a month ago who was like, we shouldn't be saying bear down. We should really be saying Bears up, Chicago down. I was like, you motherfucker, if you ever in your life say Chicago down again, I'll smack you. Now you motherfucker switch from that to claws up, bear down. The fuck are we talking? Miguel, sit your ass down. Claws up. The fuck we doing out here, bro? Shit's stupid. It's really fucking stupid. Claws up. First of all, if your claws are up, that means the bear is dead or got shot. The bear swiped down. Bear down. Claws up. What are you surrendering? The fuck are you doing? Claws up. I hate you new motherfuckers, bro. Claws up. Claws up. Bitch ass. I fucking hate you motherfuckers. Anyway. Thank y'all for tuning in. That's what it sounds like. I'm sorry. I read it all the time in that voice. That's the exact voice that I read it in. Claws up. What the fuck are you? What is that? What is that? The fuck is y'all doing, bro? That sounds like some shit Foz would say. Come on, claws up. The hell we doing, bro? Jesus Christ. Haize Daily Tangent. Listen, my adult ADHD can't take dumb shit. I can't take dumb shit. That I can't take the claws up bullshit. I can't take it, man. Jesus Christ. Claws up. Don't shoot. We're dead. What the fuck? I hate you motherfuckers. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel, man. Making sure you guys are following us at Shot Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, 773-242-9336. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related.